All right, music fans, welcome back. Yet again, it is the Real Music Observer. Dave observing real music in real time for real people just like you right there. And this guy here. All right, so on pretty good authority, I can tell you that Journey and Def Leppard will be touring. We've got a tentative place, Detroit, Michigan. We've got a tentative month, which is July. And we've got, of course, Def Leppard on stage with Journey. So that's just one time, place, and date kind of a thing that I sort of know. This is all in good authority. Nothing's been announced as of yet, but once those dates come through, you can check this video and see if the person who I am working with had any insight to when Journey is actually going to be playing in Detroit, Michigan. Now, with that said, with this kind of out of the way, because I'm making this announcement, it's not a big deal. I mean, they'll do it on the website eventually. You know, Hervé's off. You need to get your act in gear, Live Nation, all the usual suspects, and get those tickets up for folks to purchase. The big question is, will there be a slugfest on stage? Could there be a keyboard being thrown or a guitar? Look, I don't think any of the instruments are going to be thrown. I think these guys are professional. I think they'll work through any difficulties and any creative differences and tensions that are occurring. And if you saw my last video, who knows? Maybe even the wives of the singers or the musicians will, you know, tamp it down a little bit and behave themselves. Look, I've done a complete 180 from last summer. It's just so much has changed. I'm looking at Journey in a different way. I'm excited about the benefit concert Neil is doing on the 9th of February. It's sold out, and I'm hoping there'll be some, you know, video, and I've been kind of yelling, hey, DVD, please. I don't know if that's going to work out, but I'm hoping somebody can sneak me out some audio or some video and throw it up on YouTube. It's not hard to do, and I'm sure Neil wouldn't mind, because it's just going to snowball. I think the more people see a classic version of this band together, the more they're going to want to see this classic version of the band. As far as the tensions, the acrimony, yeah, it's going to be there. I just don't know how much it's going to be there, and I don't know what Arnell does through all this. I think Arnell is like the guy caught in the middle. I don't think he knows what to do. I think he's just trying to play out the string, you know, take the money bag and go back to the Philippines and enjoy the rest of his life. I think that would be my advice to him. You know, and maybe John wants to retain him for his version or whatever he's doing. But John seems really focused on his ministry work and all the stuff he's doing with his wife, Paula. So, I don't know. I just don't think maybe after this, John says, okay, I've done enough Journey, and my new gig is Christianity, and I'll hang out at this church, and I'll make some solo albums and Christmas albums, and, you know, maybe produce a few things for some other folks. But on the other hand, I think Neil wants to go out and continue the Journey legacy and the brand and the work that he's done over the years. I think he'd like to have John with him. But I don't know, under these circumstances, it's going to be rough. So get your tickets, because it will be historic. It will be probably the last time you get to see this lineup, and it could be just fun people watching. It's like, you know, hanging out on the park bench and just watching and seeing all of the crazy stuff that people do. If you've got front row tickets or you're in the first 10 rows, you might want to roll some video. It's going to be great. So again, Journey and Def Leppard in concert 2018. It looks like it's a done deal. Hopefully they'll announce it so I can look like I know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you're just watching me and saying he doesn't know what he's talking about. But we'll find out, right? We'll see if this guy was right, and then we'll move on from there. All right, that's it. I'm Dave. It's the Real Music Observer. I'll be back observing more real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. And we'll do it again real soon. We'll talk to you then.